Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. We are broadcasting and telecasting again from the lobby of Fairfield Federal downtown, and glad to be here. We appreciate them allowing us to come in. We appreciate you being our audience today. We've got some interesting segments we can talk about. The first one, we'll talk about kind of an iconic event that's occurred for over 40 years out at Fisher Catholic High School. It's the Bit of Luck, which is their school. It is incredibly important to the life of the school, and for 40 years it's been going on and getting bigger and bigger each year, and we have no doubt that this year will be the biggest and best ever. And to tell us about it, we've got the folks to do that. My far right is Mike Lemay. Mike is the auctioneer for over 25 years.
24 years.
24
Yep.
years, done this, raised over, I think last time we calculated, over $1 million in auctions over those years. So good job by you. Erin Ellis, who is our queen of the auction world and Bit of Luck event. She's run this for several years now, and you came back for another year. That says a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says, but it says a lot.
I know. I must love this school or something.
And you're in the administration of Fisher Catholic?
I am. I'm in development at Fisher and alumni relations and Bit of Luck.
And
so
Bit of
I get
Luck.
to work with both of you.
So at the end of this month, again, what, 43, did we say? 43
This is
years?
the 43rd year.
43rd year. At the end of this month, April 27, April 27th, a couple of weeks away. It's the big event, and Shane will put a poster up here to show you what it's about. It's the Roaring 20s. Every year has a different theme, and the committee that works on this comes up with that theme, and this year should be just a real fun theme to do. I think it's going to be a hoot. Roaring 20s. And one thing before we get really talking about it, the poster that he's got up here showing the students were involved in this, am I right?
That's correct, yes. Our art department at Fisher Catholic, under the direction of Miss Abby Stryker, our art teacher, they designed the cover this year for the book and the poster that you're seeing probably on screen right now.
Yeah.
So it was all student-led, and actually the book itself this year, the guts of the book, the inside, is a student-led project this year at Fisher. So.
Well, I always know that on the night of Bit of Luck, the students are incredibly involved. They're serving food. They're a valet parking out front. The kids in the school really have a lot to do. But this is, maybe the first time I'd heard of the students being involved in the artwork, and that's very cool.
Yes, we have some very talented students at Fisher all around. But yes, they stepped up and came up with the design and the idea, and I think they nailed it.
Well, that's great. Roaring 20s is the theme for the Bit of Luck, 43rd annual Bit of Luck this year out at Fisher Catholic. It's April 27th. Coming up, before you know it, about 2-3 weeks away. And as far as that night, what time do things kind of happen?
Sure. The doors open at 5:30. And dinner will be served at 7, but between the 5:30 and 7 o'clock hour, people can kind of peruse through the silent auction.
A lot of silent
items.
auction. Yeah.
Check out maybe what they want to bid on, socialize, get some drinks, see some old friends, make some new friends. It's a wonderful social event for our community. And then at 7, dinner is served, and we start the auction. What is it, Mike? Kind of after
About 8:15.
Yep.
8:15, 8:30.
live.
There'll be some announcements, and dignitaries will be there, and we'll get rolling with it.
And it's out in the gymnasium.
Right.
At the,
They'll transform it all into the
it's
Roaring
amazing.
20s.
The committee does such a great job
They
of
do.
whatever the theme is, whether it's Wizard of Oz or the Wonka Chocolate Factory, whatever it is, they do an amazing job. This should be such great fun with the Roaring 20s. Now, you mentioned about the auction items. I think that's where Mike will enter into this. They've got a couple levels of auction items. You have, as you indicated, I think they're called silent auction items, and they have them in the gym there. At least typically, they had them lying down both sides, and they have other rooms out there that have auction items, and people can, as you said, walk around, look at those, and make bids throughout the evening.
Right.
And it's all done electronically
That
now,
is
right?
correct. All the bidding for the silent and super silent is done online, which is really cool.
Sit right at your table and
Oh
bid.
yeah.
Especially if you see your friend bidding against you.
That's right. That's
But
right.
and then we get to what's called the grand auction items, and these are kind of the high-end, high-ticket items. Usually they're up on the stage where Mike does his auctioneering from up there, and usually what, Mike, around 20
20
items?
to 25 items usually makes a nice evening.
Starts about little past 8 o'clock, goes for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Gets done pretty quick.
10:30.
Yeah, 10:30 would be probably the far end of it.
Right,
And
right.
I know you can talk about a few of those items you have in now. What are some of the things that you think you'll be putting out there?
Festival tickets, table and catering for one of the Saturday night
Is that the Tim
performances.
Speaks table?
Or Tim Sullivan?
I mean, not
Yeah.
Tim Speaks,
Yeah.
Tim Sullivan.
Yeah,
I meant
Tim
Tim
Sullivan.
Sullivan. Yeah.
Yep. He's done that for
He
years.
and his wife always do that, and it's
Yeah.
always such a big item,
Yep.
and catered, and it's a great
Right,
table.
it is. Notre Dame tickets.
That sounds
There's a
good.
party bus that's being supplied for 20 people for 5 hours, I think it is.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the location is wherever you choose.
as far as I know, it is.
Yeah.
Just drive around and party,
Yeah,
or
as
if
long
you
as it's
have
5 hours, 2.5 one way and
concert.
2.5 back.
yeah.
That'd be a great item.
Beef for the freezer. That's
Nice.
a,
Oh,
that's
that's
a big
always a
hit.
good one.
Yeah, and I've had that a couple
Corcoran's
times.
did that, and that's always a nice
it's
item.
Great item. Fort Lauderdale.
Last year,
Yep. For 8.
last year, that was, I think, the first year that had been on the thing, and it went for a grand amount. I think it might have been, I don't know if it was donated back, but it went for a big amount, and it was very popular. But Ava's and some of the other
Sullivan's.
parties, the Sullivans especially, good Fisher people. You have people come back every year, Corcoran's, Farrow's, every year they just, you can count on certain people.
Absolutely. I mean, people just they love the school. I mean, there's generations there that have gone through, and
Sometimes the people call the school to say, "Hey, we
Right.
we want to donate this," which is very nice. You don't always have to call.
Isn't
They
that
call
great?
the school.
Now, I know this is, again, as I indicated earlier, the major fundraiser for the school, but how important is this event in the life of Fisher Catholic?
well, it has a direct impact on our students currently in the building, as well as future students that will walk through the door. We definitely need this event to have help with our tuition assistance and other programs that are vital to our school at Fisher.
Keeps the school operating,
Yep.
which is a big thing in today's world. So.
Now, again, and we want to give some just due. I just saw Mary Snyder walking around here, and that made me think her mother-in-law and father-in-law started as Gordon, and was it Mary Louise? Mary Louise, some 43 years ago, they saw a need that, the money just wasn't coming in at an adequate amount. They said, we need to step this up. They started that, and bingo, 43
Here we are.
years later.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gordon still attends every year.
Yeah, Gordon's there every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it's important. I know your kids went here, and
They did.
and you work out there, so you see the effects of this BIDL thing every day.
And it's just it's a fun time. It's a
We have a
fun
great
event.
time and a lot of socializing. Like you say, you meet new friends, you rekindle the old, and a lot of dignitaries are there. The priests are there.
Yep.
From the parish.
And our
different
students
parishes.
are there.
Oh, the students serve the meal.
Serve the meal.
Yeah.
So.
In the
Who's
band.
preparing the meal this year? I forgot.
So yes, we actually have a new caterer this year. He is a parent of one of our students.
Oh.
So we are blessed to have that resource.
he volunteered, right?
He did. He volunteered. His name is David, and we are blessed to have him. His expertise, I mean, he is culinary trained, and so this is a wonderful gift that he's giving us for this event. It's a 3-course meal, so there's a lot of work that goes into this. So we are very blessed to have him in our Fisher community.
And
so.
and the board one of the meetings, we got to sample it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
you know this.
You missed that meeting.
I know.
You missed
I
that
did.
one.
I missed a lot when I wasn't. Miss a little, miss a lot. I get that. But boy, it
Very
sounds
good
like
meeting.
such a fun evening. Everybody in this case this year will be dressed to the nines and roaring
Yes.
20s. Do you have your flapper dress?
I do. I do
you?
have my flapper dress. I bought it in 2020 when we were supposed to have the Roaring 20s.
Something
but then
happened.
Something happened. But I kept it, and it's in my closet, so I'm going to bust it out, and I'm going to wear it that evening.
Will
So.
will you have a gangster outfit that you'll be auctioneering in?
I will not.
Suit and tie is adequate.
Just to let you know.
Okay, very good. So that's a fun evening for you up there. I know, and you know so many of the people that will be in the audience. You know them on a first name basis, and you have people out there. We call them bid catchers, I guess, that you talk to, and they work this in the crowd there. But it's just a fun evening.
And that's very important, the bid catchers, because they'll go out there and they know more than I
Yeah.
do, and they can sit right there
Yeah.
and catch their bid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's very important to
well,
us.
it's an important day. Now, how can people still make reservations?
So you can make your reservations online at fishercatholic.org and click the link to buy tickets. Or you, if you got a form in the mail, you can mail that in, or you can just call the school office as well. So there's multiple ways to get your tickets. If you can't attend and you still want to bid and support the school, let us know, call us, and we can make sure you get the link to do bidding online. It'll be on our Facebook page, of course, before the event. And you can also buy a pot of gold raffle ticket. We do a big drawing.
50-50?
It's we give out $10,000 actually in one evening. So there's one $7,500 grand prize winner, and then five $500 winners. So.
And Mike has always said if his ticket's drawn, we're going to need another auctioneer because I think he's done for the evening.
We could be gone.
But it hasn't
Well,
hit yet.
I got Jonathan.
We're going to have to pull another one if it's you.
Well, it's a bit of luck. Their big event at Fisher Catholic High School, Roaring 20s. It's April 27th, coming up here in 2 or 3 weeks. Get on the website of Fisher Catholic. They've got a good setup there. There's a link you can get right on into it. Buy the pot of gold tickets. Get in the raffle for that. That happens early and it kind of throughout the evening out there. So it's going to be a great evening,
It
right?
is.
We're going to have a great time.
Great time.
We have fun when we go out there, and the people chime in, don't they?
Yes.
Well, it's a Saturday night. What could be better than dress for the Roaring 20s at Fisher Catholic High School? It'll be a fun event. Good luck on this.
Thank
Hope
you.
it's a
Thank
huge
you.
success.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back in just a moment on Fairfield Today.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield County has so many wonderful resources for those in addiction with mental health issues. There's so many great court supports to promote accountability so that there's just a positive change across the board. There's so many great interactions within all the community agencies. The Adam H Board is wonderful at providing resources for the whole population to be able to make sure that all those barriers are met and that those needs are taken care of.
I like working in Fairfield County because it provides me the opportunity to make positive change where I live. Fairfield County has a great network for veterans to help. It makes me proud that we know we take care of our veterans here.
I'm kind of new to it. I've been here for about a year. But it's interesting because you get a little bit of everything. We're right here smack in between the big city of Columbus and Appalachia. So you get to work with all kinds of people, get to do all kinds of things. But my favorite thing about Fairfield County is the people. They are passionate, they are fun, they are engaged, and it's a great place to work.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
I want a doctor who listens to me.
From primary care to specialty medicine, we put your needs first by treating you like a person, not a number. Our primary care team will help you identify your healthcare needs and set goals for success, regardless of where you are in your wellness journey. We care for patients of all ages, with offices that are close to you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thank you for joining us again. We're glad you're with us on this day here in the lobby of Fairfield Federal downtown, where it won't be long. The Lancaster Festival will be going on. The Friday night bandstands will be happening, sponsored here by Fairfield Federal. So behind us throughout the summer, that's kind of the hub of action in Fairfield County. We like to talk about great events, and for over 5 years now, one of the businesses that started nonprofit again, a little bit over 5 years ago was the Bottoms Up Diaper Bank, and it's just grown almost exponentially now in 5.5 years. The numbers are staggering. We've got a couple of people here that will talk about it today. We've got Operations Coordinator Rachel McCoy on my far right, and in the middle here is Jo Welsh, one of the mainstays for 5.5 years.
Yep. Good
along
morning.
with husband Tim. You guys got this thing going now 5.5 years later.
Yeah.
Is this where either of you thought or you had hoped?
It's not where I thought that I would be, but Tim's the big picture guy.
Did he think it would be this big, that you'd be doing this amount, or was that in his?
No, but he always plans for the possibility of things being big.
Yeah.
So I refer to him as the accelerator, and I'm the brake.
He does keep his foot on the gas.
He does, and it's exciting.
So the point of having you folks on today, other than just talk about your great nonprofit that you have, Bottoms Up Diaper Drive, and we've got the logo we can put up and show all that. Coming up in the month of May, not very long away, a couple of weeks away, is really the big thing for you folks is the world's largest diaper drive.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
This is our 4th year, and our goal this year is to collect 1 million donated diapers.
How big a jump from last year?
250.
So
yeah,
it is a jump though.
We've been inching up there.
Yeah.
So this year we may have to stick to 1 million. 1 million is a big number. I mean, I know that, but as we get closer, it feels a lot bigger.
Tim obviously says, no problem, we got this.
I think he gets a little nervous, but he doesn't let on.
What does the world's largest diaper drive mean? I know it's the biggest thing you'll do all year. This is your main event, but how around is this, like a whole Central Ohio thing?
Yes. So we ask churches, schools, and businesses to hold diaper drives and collect donated diapers for us, and then we count each diaper, and we hopefully reach our goal, which we've never missed a goal, so I assume we'll make it this year. But we ask anyone that maybe a church group or a small group, a home group in your church, a women's group, just anybody that thinks, oh, that sounds like a good thing. So we collect donated diapers and we give them to people that need them.
Rachel, you've been here. You're relatively new to this, 5.5 years for Jo and Tim, but inside a year for you now?
Since September.
Wow, so really new, half a year. Your operations coordinator, what does that mean in terms of Bottoms Up?
Basically, it's working with the partners that we provide diapers to schedule their deliveries, figure out what they need, get them what they need, and then keep them happy.
And I assume then that as soon as you came on, Tim dropped you, oh yeah, we're going to raise 1 million diapers here come 6 months after you're here.
I think he maybe gave me a couple of weeks or maybe minutes of like, we'll just get you settled in, and then guess what?
Yeah.
So, 1 million is just almost unfathomable to think about something like that. That is so big, but I guess you've been building this for several years, and now here we are, huh? You ready to go on this?
I'm ready to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, every year it just seems to be increasing, and I guess we can say the need, unfortunately, is increasing at that rate or maybe more.
It seems to be increasing more than I ever recognized before. I know Rachel has only been here since September, but it feels like the demand is just very great for all sizes of diapers. For those that don't know, diapers come in newborn through size 6. And the biggest demand for us are the bigger sizes 4, 5, and 6. Where, most people, if they do a diaper drive, they're thinking, oh, babies, cute babies, we'll give them size 1. Well, that isn't really our biggest need. It's the 4, 5, and 6 diapers, because babies by the time they're 1, they may be in a size 4, and then by the time they're potty trained at 3, around 3, they're in those bigger sizes, so they're in those a lot longer. So there's just a lot of factors. And moms that are maybe working a couple of jobs, got various babysitters, childcare. There's a lot of factors that keep moms in that space. It eventually happens for them, but it's a lot of stress. Franklin County is our biggest area that we serve, and our partners want more diapers. I mean, they appreciate us, but then they're like, more please.
We'll take that.
So Rachel, when you deal with these partners, I guess that's not only here in Lancaster, which is where obviously you folks are based out of the West Connection over there on Pierce Avenue, but you deal with Central Ohio too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have warehouses in Chillicothe, Portsmouth, Columbus, Lancaster.
Ooh.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Portsmouth, that's a stretch.
Yeah, so it's a lot of Franklin County, but figuring out where all the partners are and how can we get a volunteer to get to them when they need them and what sizes are, and there's just a lot that goes into it.
And so I guess your job as the coordinator on this is just make sure these warehouses are stocked, and they do this. Do you do the same thing at these exterior locations that you do here? Can people come in, pick them up, or do you send them to churches, or how do you do that?
Yeah, we do it the same everywhere for the most part, but we fuel pantries, domestic violence shelters, daycares, things like that. So we collect the diapers through drives like the world's largest, and then we bring them to the warehouses. We kind of keep them there like the hub, and then they go out through our partners. So when someone calls and needs a diaper, or a pack of diapers to get them through, occasionally that happens, but normally we would direct them to pantries and places locally where they can find those and
then it's your job to make sure these pantries are stocked.
Right. Yep.
And how many of these locations do you have? Let's just say in Lancaster, do you have a lot of these partner locations?
5 or 6,
yeah,
right?
I think 6 in Lancaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at any point, anyone can go to a location and find what they need.
Around the city,
Yeah.
what might be convenient for somebody to make it to.
Yeah, and in Lancaster you can get to just about any place. In Columbus, it's a little bit different, but and we also are partnering with Community Action. They have a diaper program.
That's a good one.
That they're we give them diapers through their food pantry and also their early Head Start, but they also have started it's a pilot program. We're partnering with them to give moms that want to join into this program, they can get free diapers every month, and they get about 125 diapers, and they have to be enrolled. There's some, they have to do some things. I'm not sure what they have to do, probably report back on how it's going, and hopefully that will make a difference in their lives at that amount of diapers, because most food pantries don't give out 125 a month to one person because they're trying to serve hundreds.
Yes.
So we've learned a lot.
I've learned a lot in a small amount of time, that's for sure.
It's probably been a little bit of overload at times on.
Yeah, I didn't have any idea all the ins and outs of how this would go. Honestly, when I came on, I thought this is just pretty small, and it's really not. It's not small.
When you talk about you take them to all these different locations, we talked a little bit about Columbus. Do they have somebody like you in Columbus that does what you do, or are you guys pretty much servicing Columbus?
There are a couple other food banks or diaper banks in Columbus. We're the largest, and we're serving more folks up there. But we're probably good in Franklin. There's so much need south of us. In some
Portsmouth, that kind of Hocking County down
we're
in there.
Ross,
more than us.
Ross and
Ross.
Yeah, Pike. It's and on kind of eastern. I have people call me all the time. Guy called me from Zanesville a couple weeks ago.
So they're kind of underserved over in that area.
Yeah, it's interesting. You talk about the Rust Belt, but there's also that Appalachian kind of track down in southern Ohio. So there's just a great need. I even got a call from a mom in Tuscaloosa, Alabama on Friday, and she said, I need diapers. And I'm like, I'm in Ohio. And she goes, yeah? Like, what's the problem? I need diapers.
It's amazing, I guess,
Alabama.
how the word gets out on this.
I think it's the internet.
and I would, as you indicated, Rachel, I would almost guarantee that once you got into this, you were a bit overwhelmed by, like you say, you don't really know what's happening. All of a sudden, all this is happening. And here we are at May almost.
Yeah, and another thing that kind of was like, wow, I didn't realize we have a partner in Columbus, Ethiopian Social Services. And when we went there and had a tour and met with them, I was like, oh my gosh, the need is so different. Mm-hmm. Like from Lancaster to Columbus is a huge difference anyway, but like the need there with the people that they're serving, oh my gosh, it's very eye-opening.
Well, Rachel McCoy, who is operations coordinator, and Jo Welsh, along with hubby Tim, are the mainstays and get this going. I guess everything's on the website. Anything people want to know, get involved. You can always use probably more people to help out.
Yes, definitely during May.
Yeah.
Which is our diaper drive, our world's largest diaper drive month, and collecting that 1 million diapers. So yeah, all hands on deck for sure. Nobody's taking a vacation.
Good luck on that. Yeah, you don't get a week off in May. I'm sorry.
Not till June.
You're on, not till June, and then everybody.
Don't even call us.
It's like church. It's like churches the day after Easter. All the church staffs are exhausted. No more for a week. We'll take a week off. Well, anyway, good luck on this. You girls are doing the Lord's work here. I mean, obviously, you know how important it is. It's. You're in for a penny, you're in for a pound, so you're here for the duration. So good luck. I hope May is just a knockout month. We'll talk to you later on this summer and see if you survived.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for you.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Jo and Rachel, Bottoms Up Diaper Bank. Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.